All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another hot episode of the one and only Balls and Tees. It's your boy here, the classic man, a boy with a lot of flair, the magician. I am Tony Tone, your every Wednesday and every Sunday host of the most spectacular golf show there is in the entire country. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say please keep warm. Winter is in, and I can tell you Pretoria is getting colder by the day. For those in Johannesburg, please make sure that you keep warm on a daily basis. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who has been tuning in from the onset. For those who've joined us along the way, I want to say thank you, and we really appreciate the support that you guys are giving us. As you already know the drill, ladies and gentlemen, before my show, I usually say it's about to get hot. Today I've got two guests, and they are so ready to chat to us. One of the guests I was with on Friday and Saturday, and man, I have to say, it was beautiful. I'm talking about a seasoned golfer, someone who has seen life, but the energy is so incredible. So we'll be catching up with our guests in a short while, but please make sure that at the moment you've got some citrus, because this is the flu season, and the only way to actually prevent anything going wrong around you is to keep warm. Make sure that you hydrate. Make sure that you have a lot of vitamin C. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take a 2-minute break, and then when I come back, I would have had Today, I'm not having a glass of cold water. I'm definitely having some coffee or Rooibos. So if you are out there, please make sure that you're keeping warm. If you're already at home, get that fleece blanket. Sit on that couch and do not move as I come with the heat. Just 2 minutes and I'm coming back with my first guest.
The Magician.
Dear listener,
this is Balls and Tees, your passport to the golfing universe, where every swing tells a story and every putt has its punchline. Strap in for a golfing journey like no other, where we bring you the latest buzz from the fairways, unravel the secrets behind the perfect swing, and sprinkle in a dash of humor to make your golfing experience a hole-in-one. From player spotlights that take you behind the scenes to expert insights that'll up your game, Balls and Tees is your go-to destination for all things golf. So grab your favorite 9-iron, cozy up in your golf cart, and get ready to tee off with us. This is more than just a radio show. It's an immersive experience into the heart of the sport. Are you ready to elevate your golf game and have a few laughs along the way? Then stay tuned, because Balls and Tees is about to tee up. Get ready to swing into action. Balls and Tees starts now.
dear listener,
In a world where fairways meet the airwaves, where birdies and banker collide, welcome to the show that takes you beyond the clubhouse and onto the green. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to step onto the lush greens and dive into the world of divots, drives, and delightful banter. It's time to join the magician for another exhilarating episode of Balls and Tees.
The Magician.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. As you already know, this is the hottest golf podcast there is in the entire country. As a matter of fact, it is the hottest in the entire world. I promised you a hot episode, and my first guest is already on the line waiting for me. And I have to say, guys, you're going to enjoy this conversation, because firstly, it is a lady that I'm chatting to by the name Kemoneilwe Patudi. Kemoneilwe, how do you do, mama? Hello, Kemo? Hello? All right, ladies and gentlemen, as I try to get Kemo back on the line, I just want to say this weekend, oh my God, I had a lot of fun. I had the chance to be surrounded by great golfers at Seasons Golf Course, and I have to say the course is beautiful. it is said to be extremely challenging. So I'm yet to play at seasons, but I look forward to it. The funny thing is that the altitude makes it very, very difficult for people to actually deliver on that distance. So a lot of people mentioned that they had to play either a club up or two clubs up to approach the green. The greens went in the favorable condition, but I can tell you, if you've played that course before and you had questions, I believe that this time around you're going to have a lot of fun around the course. So as I try to get Kemonele on the line, let's see, just a few seconds. I believe that she will be with us. Hi, Kemo.
Hi, how are you?
All good, thank you. And yourself?
All well, thank you.
All right, Kemonele Paturi, I just want to say thank you once again for making time to chat to us, and thank you to your loved ones for allowing you this time, late afternoon, to have a chat with us. So I usually introduce myself, my guests. I've introduced you, but I don't think I've done justice, man. Would you mind reintroducing yourself properly to say who is Kemo and how does Kemo link with golf?
Okay, thank you very much. So my name is Kemonele Kim Patudi. I am, an entrepreneur. I also am the CEO of the Youth ICT Council, which is a South African body. And what links me with golf is the fact that I used to work in the golf industry and then fell in love with it and then started playing. Yes,
Lovely.
that's in the nutshell.
Lovely. But tell me, when you were working around the golf industry, right? What is it that actually pulled you to start taking part in it?
How I even started was not intentional. I didn't go and look for work in the golf industry.
Yeah.
I actually worked with a company that organized events, and some of these events would be like roundtable discussions, and that would be accompanied by a golf day the next day. So I thought, okay, this is fun. And, we'd do registrations for the golfers. We'd organize the four balls. We'd ensure that we've got watering holes with the right partners and stakeholders. And what drew me then to start playing was just the fact that I enjoyed being on the course so much. And I enjoyed the kind of people that I was meeting with each and every golf day. And I realized that, this is actually a network of people that I'd want to be with.
Yeah.
And the first time I practiced, I was terrible, mind you.
Now
So the
it
next
happens.
thing that led me I'm still not like the best. I'm not Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
But what led me to want to play is the fact that I felt very challenged by the sport.
Yeah. And I mean, speaking of being challenged by the sport, a lot of people would think it's just the physical capabilities that needs to be on par when it comes to golf. But I far often say your mindset needs to be correct to actually be good at golf.
Absolutely. So, testament to that. So when I started, I didn't have a coach. I'd just go to, the driving range with some friends or with some of the golfers I'd met. And I was still quite nervous. I was still quite stiff because I was holding back.
Yeah.
And mentally, I just felt I might not be able to do this, And another thing about golf is that it forces you, when you play a game, it forces you to be on the course. It forces you to concentrate on exactly what your game is.
Yeah.
It also forces you to humble yourself, right? And not in a way that you don't believe in yourself. However, when you get onto the golf course, you never know the kind of day you're going to have.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, after getting a coach and becoming mentally stronger, not only did it build my confidence on the golf course, but my golf practice built my confidence in my business life as well. And it's given me such a transformation or transformative experience. That's one of the reasons why I'm still there, even though I'm not Tiger Woods, but it's something that I can keep stretching myself towards.
100%. Now, let's talk about golf and business. I mean, you mentioned quite a key thing here because I often hear a lot of golfers saying, you know what, when I go onto the golf course, I meet the right people and I get to make certain business deals on the golf course. For you so far personally, what has it done for you from a business point of view?
From a business point of view, the first thing it gave me is exposure, right? Because you don't just start playing and start wanting to go transact on the course. No.
Yeah.
It first of all gave me exposure. Second of all, it gave me friendships, real friendships, right? And these friendships are friendships I've had for many years because, we just have that love for golf. But then thirdly, through the exposure and the friendships, there are certain rooms I've been able to get into that I wouldn't have been able to get into otherwise.
Yeah.
Certain meetings I've had with company owners, stakeholders, CEOs, whereby I'm given an ear and a voice because I am part of, the community.
Yeah.
It has also, given me, I always say if you stick around the barbershop long enough, you're bound to get a haircut. So it gave me an opportunity to be around the caliber of people that showed me who I want to become someday. Because remember, I started in my 20s. I got exposed firstly in my 20s. And, you'd have some people who are, 40 and above, but doing very well.
Yeah.
And it just gave me some learnings. It gave me encouragement. But yeah, there are some transactions that I can say, were a familiar face, whether we knew it or not. But because we've met on the golf course, the conversation was quite pleasant.
Yeah. No, interesting. And there's something that I always preach in my episodes to say that, guys, please try to spend as much time as possible with your loved ones, whether it be friends or family, especially around the golf course. Because if we are to be honest, if you're spending 6 hours of your day on the golf course, right, you need to be around people that you feel comfortable with. How often do you practice such where you spend a lot of time with your loved ones on the course?
Well, as I'm saying, like even the people that I worked with during those days were some of my best friends.
Yeah.
Who became family. Some of my family are not really, keen yet. And I think there's still such a big misconception about golf right now. People think it's far beyond them, or people would think, oh, it's such an expensive sport. And every sport has a cost to it, or every hobby has a cost to it. But I'm working on it. So I'll invite my siblings, I'll invite some of my friends. And one thing that also works very well is having golf clinics so that people feel included, during the time that they spend on the course. Because nothing is worse than being invited somewhere and you don't understand what's happening, but there's also no room for you to participate in any level. So I've tried as much as I can, but I've also met such great friends on the course that it naturally becomes home, When I'm stressed out because of school, I go to my home club. When I feel, I need a place to work from and, practice a bit, I go to my home club. And that place for me gives me comfort. It helps me, be in a better mental and, space of concentration, even if I'm not playing a game in particular.
Yeah. Awesome stuff. And then I'm going to put you on the spot just for a few seconds, Kimo, right? And
okay.
I like asking this question because I believe that for as much as there's highlights in your golfing career, right, or your business career, I believe that there's moments of sadness or moomish moments, if I can put it that way. Have you have you experienced such moments?
I mean, I have, I think there are some things that maybe I would have wanted to pursue, some opportunities that I didn't get, approved for, but it doesn't change the relationship that I have with those people that I've met on the course. That's one. Two, I think from a golfing perspective, I mean, that's an obvious one, right? So I've embarrassed myself a few times. I mean, I was one of those people who just couldn't hit the ball.
Yeah.
I just couldn't. I couldn't put the golf stick towards the ball. Like it just didn't happen, for some time. And I
Time. When you're a kid, it moves slower than a sloth trying to get through airport security. There is just so much of it. Skip forward a few years to your 20s. Time is still your friend. It says have some balance. Go party and have fun. Then your 30s hit. And time suddenly steps on the accelerator like it's trying to catch a traffic light before it goes red. 40s. Now time is moving faster than your 10-year-old on a sugar high. 50. You're desperately trying to save as much as you can, but time is moving so fast. And all you can think is, where did all the time go? That's why after 50 years of investing, we've learned that time is the greatest gift of all. And the good news is, if you invest early, time gives you money. And then money gives you more time for some much-deserved you time. Now, isn't that a compelling enough reason to invest? Ellen Gray. Long-term investing. Ellen Gray is an authorized FSP.
Had those moments where I felt like, maybe I must just quit this thing. Because if I can't even hit the ball, simple hit the ball, I mean, what am I trying to do? So I've had some of those lowlights. I think, it's not as intense. I think life in general has ups and downs and there are balances of things. And I think in terms of business opportunities, and the work that we do, there are some things that one will miss at times, naturally, whether you're on the golf course or not. But I think the worst is when, I couldn't hit the ball. Oh my gosh, that was a nightmare.
But I'm sure after you locked with the ball, I mean, you just wanted to continue hitting more and more, right?
Absolutely. And I could understand my limitations and what was hindering me, right? And it was more of a mental thing. It was more of a fear. It was more of anxiety. It was these battles that I was having internally on my own, that would stand in the way of my performance, and not just in golf, but in everything else. But spending time and stretching myself to get better and enjoy the game and relax helped me in every other aspect as well. So that's something that I really appreciate.
Awesome. And then earlier on, you mentioned that you were part of the golf day organizers, right? At the moment,
Yes.
seeing that you are playing golf, how often do you take part in some of these charity golf days or any other golf days?
So currently I'm a student, right? And I'm a student who's studying a very intense program. So I've missed out on a bit since I've started studying, but I attend as much as I can. So I attend your Nedbank Golf Challenge, I attend the Sunshine Tour, but I also attend charity golf days, with private organizations. We help some of them organize fundraising golf days.
Yeah.
I still enjoy also being a part of the golf days. Hoping that, one can host one soon again, because for me, it's also about a gathering of people and just watching people have fun. And creating that environment of, networking, growth and building new relationships. So I try and attend as much as I can. However, it's been a bit shaky for the past 18 months. But I think in July I'll start attending again.
Now, I believe your studies won't keep you away from your passion, eh?
That's why I'm always at the golf course, and my coach laughs at me all the time because he's just like, "Oh, you're here," and I'm there with my laptops and my books. I say, "Okay, I need to at least practice for a couple of hours, and then I'll get back to the books." So it hasn't kept me away completely. It's just been a matter of managing a tight schedule.
And I just want to ask you something as well. Yeah, I mean, I believe out there's people who are actually interested in organizing golf days whatsoever. What key things should they look out for when arranging a golf day? I mean, it's quite an intricate exercise to liaise with multiple parties, look for sponsorships, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So what are the key things that one should look out for when arranging a golf day?
Okay, so I think key things, first of all, you want to know the purpose, right? I think the purpose within a golf day is always very important, and it has to be clear.
Yeah.
Unless it's a school golf day where you guys are just having fun, give a purpose that is going to have a meaning for certain stakeholders. And then identify, those stakeholders. And once you've identified your stakeholders, I think you also have to, be very clear on how you're going to handle all of the administration, right? It is not something one wants to rely on themselves for alone, but you might want to have one or two people helping you. Another thing is after looking at the purpose of the golf day, you need to look at the golf course, right? If it is a golf day that is meant to be for networking, inclusivity, bringing people together,
Yeah.
there is no reason to overextend people, and be exorbitant in how you charge. But if it's fundraising and it's charity and people know that there's a purpose and a cause to this,
Yeah.
then that's when you can start looking at, okay, people understand the purpose for this. This is where we are going to do it, because let's say, I don't know, you're raising money for young women or young people in business. You create a business environment and you make sure that the stakeholders that you are targeting understand that this is a business engagement.
Yeah.
And that's when you can only start looking for sponsorship. Sponsorship-wise, one has to be very, very, clear on what they're looking for. So if you are looking for, sponsorship for branding and so forth,
Yeah.
you need to be clear that this is the purpose of the event. I'm looking for sponsorship for branding. However, my stakeholders are going to get this in return, right? So your value proposition has to make sense for sponsors as well.
Yeah.
If you're looking for sponsorship for prizes, I remember, no offense, but like I went to a golf day and we, came, I think it was fourth place, my 4-ball, and I got a screwdriver, and that was misplaced because
Yeah.
screwdriver, not that you must always cater for everybody, but if you do have some ladies coming to play, for instance, make sure that your prizes are inclusive. And once you've built that sponsorship base and the purpose is clear,
Yeah.
you also need to manage stakeholders and make them aware of how they've impacted these lives of the people that you are doing this for. And you want to write a good story, you want to get testimonials, and you want to make sure that the people themselves, are clear on the fact that this is what's happened and everybody was happy to support and, be there to create value for you.
Yeah.
So I think those are some of the things. Also, another thing is when you're hosting a golf day, you want to make sure that the uniforms are nice. Okay? You need to have nice uniforms. You need to make sure that your sizes are correct according to your register.
Yeah.
And that you allocate accordingly, because again, I've gone to some days where I got an extra large shirt, and I'm a small, so it was a mismatch, and I ended up having to not wear the uniform for the day. So it's just those finer details that make a difference between good, great, and excellent.
And I like the fact that you're mentioning that, like for instance, one needs to go back to the relevant stakeholders and appreciate or provide feedback on what actually transpired and the impact that the golf day has had on the community that which the funds are being raised for. So I really like that, because far often a lot of people would do something, execute it, but don't go back to stakeholders to say, listen, this is what we managed to do with your support.
Exactly. I mean, it becomes a matter of golf day, ifedile, it's over, thanks guys, goodbye. But golf time, you're going to be trying to speak to the same stakeholders again for the same support again. So you need to show them the progress and the impact that their contribution is making.
Hundreds. Now, Kimonele, before I let you go, I don't want to kidnap you way too much. I believe that you still have to go back to your books, right?
Yes.
As a female in this so-called male-dominated sport, a sport that has been far-fetched for people of color for the longest of time, what would you say are the key things that you'd like to share with the community, especially those who aren't yet involved in the sport?
I think, from where I stand, the community has been opening up much more. It's been opening up much more from a value chain perspective, participation, as well as, gender participation. I was intimidated when I first started. However, there is room and there is support. So it's a matter of, getting a great coach. I know there are many lovely female coaches as well. And, not being afraid to be out there. Yes, most golf days will still be male dominated, but it's such a friendly environment. You become a community that cares for each other and, just enjoys the game.
Yeah. Awesome. Mepaturi, I just want to say thank you once again, and thank you once again to your loved ones for allowing your time to have a chat with me. I really, really love this conversation, and your view is valued. I believe that the audience out there at large took very, very key notes from what you were saying. I, for one, would like to have a golf day one day, and then I think you'll be the first on my phone to be contacted to say, Kemunele, this is what I'm trying to do. Does it make sense? How can I make it better?
Thank you so much, and it's been great being on the call. Thank you to all the listeners who also, have been here with us. I appreciate the invite. Thank you very much.
Thank you, man. You must have yourself a lovely evening, and all the best with your studies.
Wonderful. You too. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So there you have it. Kemunele Paturi. I think she mentioned very key points when it comes to organizing a golf day, and particularly about the golfing environment. It's so interesting to see that this addiction that a lot of people suffer from can make such huge impacts on people's lives. I mean, she started golf just by organizing golf days, and then she started participating. Right now she's studying, but she finds herself on a golf course all the time. That's what we call a lover of the sport. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to take a few minutes break. Please do make sure that you refill those hot chocolates, coffees, tea, and that vitamin C. Just make sure that you stay warm, and then we're coming back in a couple of minutes.
The Magician.
Ndiza Information Systems, leading the future of IT and digital transformation. At Ndiza Information Systems, we are more than just an IT service provider. We are architects of digital innovation. Based in the heart of South Africa's technological development, our mission is to empower businesses and communities with state-of-the-art IT and digital solutions, driving growth and efficiency in an ever-evolving digital world.
The Magician.
Dear listener,
In a world where fairways meet the airwaves, where birdies and banker collide, welcome to the show that takes you beyond the clubhouse and onto the green. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to step onto the lush greens and dive into the world of divots, drives, and delightful banter. It's time to join the magician for another exhilarating episode of Balls and Tees.
The Magician.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the hottest golf podcast there is in the entire universe. Just imagine, I'm so cocky because I know that I've got loving listeners and I love my listeners. We're trying to build a community here, a community of people who cherish the value that the sport brings to their lives. I mean, for me personally, this sport has done a lot of things for me, mentally, emotionally. It stabilized me. I mean, this sport will humble you to the fullest. And I've met a couple of golfers who said, listen, man, if it wasn't for the sport, I don't know where I'd be, whether from a professional point of view or from a social point of view. Ladies and gentlemen, I am about to get our second guest on the line, and I have to say the energy that this gentleman possesses is on another level. So I'm getting him on the line now. Give me a few seconds. Mr. Hopani.
Hello, sir.
How do you do?
I'm good, thanks. Yourself, my brother.
I'm all good, thank you. Mr. Hopani, I have to say thank you for affording us your time tonight. And I know it is winter. Everybody just wants to stay warm and not even hold our phones. But for you to make the effort to actually have a chat with me, I really appreciate it. And I want to say thank you to your loved ones for allowing you time to chat with us.
You're welcome. Thank you so much, sir.
All right. Ntate Khopane, what I usually do on the show is that I would introduce you, but I believe that I do not have the voice or the ways to thoroughly introduce you. Would you mind reintroducing yourself to the listeners in that?
No problem. My name is Lawrence Power Khopane. I come from Vryburg in the Northwest. At the moment, I'm a retiree, just retired about 2-3 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, that's me, really. I spent quite some time in the cement industry for some 30 odd years. And I had to call it quits eventually. Yeah.
No, I really appreciate that, Tate Khopane. And if there's anything that I can vouch for, is your love for the sport of golf, which I actually got to witness over the past weekend when we were at the Tolo Classic Cup. And I have to say, your energy kept everyone alive there.
Wow. Thank you, brother. That's me. That's what I always try to do. You know, you get to those type of situations, you try to get everybody on the move.
Now, I just want to ask you a question, Ntate Khopane. I mean, I presume that you've been in the sport for quite some time, but the key question here would be, what got you hooked?
Believe it or not, before I started playing, I think for about 10 years, I was roaming around with golfers. I would be carrying my little cooler box on the course, walking the 18 holes with them. And they were all trying to pressure me to play, always saying, come on, just hit a few balls and let's see. And I would say, guys, enjoy your game. I'm with you. What else do you want? Don't worry about me. Yeah, but then, you know, I think also there was a bit of this fear of, you know, fumbling in front of people and all that. But then there was a golf day that was arranged at, Champagne Sports Resort.
Yeah.
It was a cement and concrete gathering there. And on the Saturday morning, there was this golf that was played. And I decided to just walk around the course and see what's happening.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's where the decision was made. I saw some real disastrous shots, you know, and I said, Power, you can do better than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I immediately phoned my uncle back home and told him, hey, I'm going to start playing. He just couldn't believe it because after so many years of them trying to push me into the game, he couldn't believe that, yeah, this guy has actually decided to play.
Yeah.
And he said, okay, I'm sending through a golf bag. And that's
lovely.
where it all started.
No, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I got beaten and that was it.
No, it's beautiful because, you know, often I hear people say, no, you know, I was shy. Yes, people are shy to actually try something that is totally new to themselves. But, I mean, how you started, you started because you noticed that for as much as people have been playing, they're still not as perfect as you thought they were. And for you to actually make the same mistakes as they do, it would be a normal thing.
Yeah, true. Yeah, like I say, when I saw some of those shots, I just said, you know, to me it was like, how do you fail to just hit the ball across a small valley?
Yeah.
Because I saw a number of balls just going right down into the sloot there, and I said, nah, I can do better than this.
No, that's interesting. Now, Ntate Khopane, you know, I just want to touch on this previous week's event, right? We had a chat before you played, but we didn't really get an opportunity to chat about the game after you played. But for the most, I want to understand the Tolo Classic, right? It's a cup that's been there for 4 years now, and
yes,
the history around the Tolo Classic. I don't know how clued up you are about it, or when did you start playing it, and what actually got you into it. Would you mind sharing with the audience then?
In actual fact, this was the first time I played the Tolo Classic. I've played the other classics, but the taller one was the first time, and the reason for not playing the previous ones was just time clashes.
Yeah.
I would be busy with something on that weekend and I wouldn't make it. But I said, now that I'm kind of free, I will have to attend this one.
And I mean,
Yeah.
they took it to a very, very challenging golf course. Out of all the players who were on the course, I think only one or two from the entire field of 64 players, only one or two were very comfortable with the course, but majority found it very challenging. How was it overall for you over the 2 days that the tournament was held?
On the first day, it gets a bit difficult because you're not so sure about where the fairway turns, where the hole is. You just have to listen to the caddy or your spotter saying, hit it this way. And I will always tell them, look, I'm not a professional. You can't tell me to hit it this way. This ball goes wherever it wants.
Yeah.
So, that was the first day. But the second day was much better because I knew now what to expect, how the course turns and all that. But in general, to me, the course is quite difficult, especially the first 9, hole number 1 to number 9. Though those were quite challenging.
And were you speaking of the first 9 holes? I particularly went to hole number 6. It's a straight par 5 from the top of the hill, and then it goes downhill, and then it goes uphill, right?
Yes.
Straight fairway. The distance there, I think it was mentioned to be around 464 meters. But I sat there and I watched a couple of players tee off. It's so strange that for as much as the wind was very minimal, most of the shots only landed at the beginning of the fairway. Now, for someone, let's say, who would hit a driver of 280, I think that hole particularly, people were short of 60 to 80 meters, mainly because of the altitude. So your strategy approaching such holes, what did you have in mind to actually make sure that, you still at least can secure a par?
Tony, that particular hole, to be honest with you, it's the one that I will talk about for quite some time because I buried it on both days.
Lovely.
And remember, I was teeing off with my iron. And, golf is something that you really need to think about what you are about to do. I surely think you saw.
Yeah.
Most people, when they get onto the tee box, without checking anything, they've got their drivers and they go for the driver.
Yeah.
But at times, you just check that distance and say, okay, if I play 2 shots, I'll be this far or so close to the hole, and then I will chip on and all that. And that's exactly what I did. And I enjoyed that hole so much. Not because it's not difficult, just because I buried it.
Yeah. You strategized around the irons that you'll be playing.
Exactly. You have to say there is, from the tee box, 200 meters away, there's the sloot. Am I going to carry the sloot and play over the sloot? Or am I going to just lay up before the sloot and take my second shot over? Because at times, you see, you've got this thing of, I want to take it over the sloot.
Yeah.
But then when you are over the sloot, the hole is still far away for you to reach the green.
Yeah.
And why take the risk of going over the sloot instead of laying up and then hitting your second shot? So it's more a thing of, think about what you are doing. Think about what the course wants. Because this is one game that will humble you. You can go to the driving range and hit 300-meter shots, and then you get to the course, and you are nowhere near 300. Number one, because it's not open like
the driving range.
The driving range. You've got trees, you've got all these hazards around you, and those come into play. They come to play in your mind, and that immediately takes a bit of concentration away because you are now not concentrating on what you are doing. You are concentrating on what you must not do.
Yeah. Oh, that's quite
Yeah.
interesting. That's quite interesting. Now, Ntate Kgopane, you know, I like doing something that I believe is unjust for my guests, but I like to put my guests on the spot.
Yes.
Surely, this past weekend, you had moments of brilliance, right? And
Yep.
I would presume that as a golfer, on a 2-day tournament, there's this one moment where you were a moomish. I don't know if that happened to you this past weekend, and if so, what actually transpired for you to say no. You embarrassed yourself at that moment.
I had this one drive, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the course was going down and then up. Got good contact with the ball, but unfortunately it went high. And the wind started pushing it to the right. But I told myself that, you know what? I didn't even look at the ball landing. I just bent down, took my peg, and off we went.
Yeah.
And the next thing, the spotter is like next to the bridge looking for a ball. And I'm like, whose ball are you looking for? And he said, yours. And boy, didn't I feel like a fool. That
Yeah.
guy's looking for my ball. I don't even have a clue of where my ball is. Yeah, but you know, that happens. You have those moments. I was playing one course, Glen Vista here in Joburg, and I hadn't played for a number of weeks.
Yeah.
And I went back to the golf course and boom, here I am teeing off. I was on number 10. We started at number 10.
Yeah.
And Tony, I really missed that ball. On my right-hand side, it was hole number 18. There were people partying. And right angles to that, that's where I'm supposed to go. Believe it or not, you know, when you hit that shot that goes to people and stuff, you just want them by shouting 4. And I had to shout 4 to people who were a few meters away from me. I missed the ball completely, man.
But
Yeah.
I would believe that for as much as there's embarrassing moments on the course, the people that you're actually in a four ball with, they're the ones who actually would create an environment that either picks you up or takes you down. Over this weekend, how would you say the players that you were playing with were from a sportsmanship point of view?
Look, on both days, I had really good companions. You know, people who could laugh at you and people who could encourage you. And yeah, you know, for the whole 18 holes on both days, I really enjoyed their company because they were there with me. We were all together, you know, cheering each other up. If you hit the ball this way, you heard what I said. When some people were teeing off, I would just say, to whom it may concern, we laugh about it. Go find the ball and stay back.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were really a bunch of good guys around me, I must say.
More than 100%.
Yes, Tony.
Now, Ntate Kgopane, moving forward, right? Do you have any particular plans with regards to your golf, whether it be participating in more golf days or it be perhaps improving your handicap?
Look, I think the handicap will improve by itself for as long as you play more. That's my philosophy. I have seen with myself, I miss like 2-3 weeks, then it's like I'm back to square one. I have to start afresh. So yeah, I would rather look at playing more.
Yeah.
And I think now that I have the time, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
100%.
Yes, Tony.
And then now this is where I end with seasons to say, okay, you came, you saw the course, you played it, you saw the environment, the landscape, the wildlife, the hospitality in general. Is it a course that
Yeah.
you'll be going back to play, or was it that challenging that you don't even want to look at the course again?
Tony, given a chance, I will go back there.
Oh, lovely.
Yes, there were some blemishes with the greens here and there, but they were not bad.
Mm.
And I think a little bit of more care, those greens will be lovely. But definitely, those are the challenges that one looks for in golf. You know, you're not a professional that you want to conquer this and that, but when you get a challenge like that one, you really want to revisit the course.
Yeah.
And yes, I will definitely go back there.
Now,
Yeah.
one key question here, Ntate. So you are a senior. You mentioned that you've recently retired, right? And
Yep.
if anything, a lot of people, just like any other sport, they would presume that there's an age restriction. I mean, for someone your age to still have the energy to walk the course, and if you were to compare with the youngins out there who would prefer to use a cart, what advantages does walking the course actually give you? I mean, I can attest to everyone that for as seasoned as you are, you still have the energy that I wish I had.
Tony, walking to me is really advantageous health wise.
Yeah.
You really get that benefit. But I read somewhere some time back that, you know, do not join golf to say I'm going to try and be fit by playing golf.
Yeah.
What I read, it said you need to be fit to play golf. Golf doesn't make you fit. But when you get to a course like Seasons, you're really gonna get that benefit. You know, going up those hills and down and all that. You'll feel it in your legs when you are finished with the course.
And you mentioned
Yeah.
something when we had a discussion on Friday about the importance of diet when it comes to, well, not just the sport itself,
The importance of
the importance of diet, what you eat. You mentioned that as a person, you are what you eat. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, you know, you got this type of food where you fill up your tummy, but really not getting any real benefit from the food. It doesn't release that much energy that you need to walk the course.
Yeah.
So I say, when you are out there, be careful what you eat. And let it not be only on the course, because it doesn't help, you know, you getting that once-off ration. Make it your usual diet, and you will see the benefit. You really are what you eat. And if you're going to eat all this fatty stuff, honestly, it's not going to stand you in any good stead.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah.
All right. And that the power, I don't want to take too much of your time, but I'm going to ask you for a favor. I'm not very good with asking for favors, but I feel that I need to ask you for a favor. And my
Sure.
my favor is like this. Please donate your wisdom to those who want to get into the sport, and to those who are currently in the sport, on how they can prolong I don't want to say the aging, but prolong a good health, firstly. And then for those who want to get into the sport, please share your wisdom to say, how do you go about it, and what are the red flags that you need to look out for as a beginner golfer?
Great. First, for the beginner golfer, I would say, do yourself a favor, get a golf pro, because there are lots of golf injuries that we get. And when you look at it, it's basically because you did not know that you are hurting yourself. You try and swing so hard, and in the meantime, your swing has got so many twists and turns such that you injure yourself and you wonder, how did I get injured? How do I get this pain? And if you start off with a golf pro,
Yeah.
they will definitely be telling you, watch out, look out for this and that. This is how to swing, it's how to play your ball. Always be careful. And, that way you got the right basics. And in future, if you get a pain of some sort, you can always look back and say, what did I do wrong? Instead of just going to the doctor and say, I'm having a pain here. You can go to the doctor, you fix it, and then you go redo it.
Yeah.
Doesn't help. Yeah.
100.
And then on the health one, trying to keep young, I would say start it early. Start doing some exercise. The younger guys got the energy. There is something that you can do. Run if you can run. Play football if you can play football, but be very careful that you might also get injured there. But do some sport that is going to challenge your whole system.
Yeah.
And let it not be a part-time thing. Just keep at it. I mean, even these days at home here, it's nice and cold. I go out in the morning jogging and my kids look at me and say, Daddy, you are cuckoos. And I say, it's okay. It's okay. Call me cuckoos. But there's a big difference between me and you. I can take 1 kilometer. You cannot.
Interesting.
Try and stay fit. Keep fit.
100%.
Yeah.
No. And I just want to say thank you once again for making the time. And I look forward to seeing you in the near future as you indulge on this lovely addiction we call golf. And hopefully one day we will find ourselves in the same four ball and we can have the best time of our lives.
Great stuff. Thank you so much for inviting me. And thanks for all the listeners out there.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it, Tony.
Thank you, Ntate. You must have yourself a lovely evening. And please do keep warm this winter. There's a lot of things happening around South Africa. And I hope in our space, some of them don't reach us. But let's keep warm. Let's keep healthy. Hydrate. Make sure that we exercise and consume as much vitamins as possible.
Great. I'll do that. And all of the best, my brother.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the one and only Mr. Power Hopani. I mean, I can tell you guys, the past 2 days of the Tolo Classic Cup were nothing but the best time I've had on the golf course. And majority of the time, I try to spend with Mr. Power. So much wisdom, so much energy, and he made it what it was for me. But let's go for another 2-minute break, and then when I come back, I'm going to share with you the upcoming golf days around Gauteng. And then, if you would like balls and tees to also come and grace your golf day, please do feel free to reach out, and then let's see what we can do to elevate the spirit on the golf course.
The Magician.
In the vast tapestry of time, where precision intertwines with passion, let's take a journey through the captivating evolution of golf. From its modest origins on the windswept Scottish links in the 15th century to the meticulously manicured courses of the 21st century, golf has woven itself into the fabric of history, adapting and innovating with each passing era. Picture a time when wooden clubs and feathery balls echoed across the early landscapes of golf, a leisurely pursuit enjoyed by the elite. But as the 19th century dawned, enter the Gouda, percha ball and hickory shafts, transforming the game into a more accessible pursuit for enthusiasts worldwide. Fast forward to the 20th century, where technological marvels like steel shafts and aerodynamically designed dimple patterns ushered in a new era. Golfers transitioned from leisurely players to true athletes, propelling the sport's popularity to new heights. Icons like Bobby Jones and Arnold Palmer,
left an indelible mark, shaping the narrative of the game. Today, armed with cutting-edge clubs, high-tech golf balls, and a stage set by global competitions like the Masters and the Open Championship, golf continues to enthrall players and fans alike. It's a harmonious blend of tradition and innovation, a timeless evolution that celebrates the artistry of skill, the brilliance of strategy, and the relentless pursuit of excellence.
Ndiza Information Systems, leading the future of IT and digital transformation. At Ndiza Information Systems, we are more than just an IT service provider. We are architects of digital innovation. Based in the heart of South Africa's technological development, our mission is to empower businesses and communities with state-of-the-art IT and digital solutions, driving growth and efficiency in an ever-evolving digital world.
The Magician.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say thank you for staying tuned in. As you already know, we are approaching the last minutes of our show. And for those who is the first time to listen to the show, please bear in mind, our weekend starts tonight. So for everyone that's been following the show, they already know that the weekend starts tonight. Nobody goes to work tomorrow. Nobody works on Friday. Gadlala, I'm playing, guys. Hey. Don't get fired on my behalf and come and say, no, Tony Tone said this. Please, let's work smart. Let's play hard. Let's get on the golf course. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a few golf days that's coming through. From this Friday, we've got the Ndiza Information Systems celebration of the MD's 40th on the fairway. So the 14th of July, that's at Irene Golf Course. And the dress code is red and black bottom. All right. If you want to find out more information about this, please contact 012-341-0516, 012-341-0516, or email them at info@ndizais.co.za. That's info@ndizais.co.za. All right. So that's happening this Friday. And then we have Sisters Keeper Foundation 4th annual golf tournament, which is focusing on breast cancer awareness, and that's taking part at Renpark Golf Course. Right, that's out here in Johannesburg, Renpark Golf Course. To RSVP, please make sure you contact 082-430-1972, 082-430-1972. This golf day is taking place on the 20th of June. All right, so those are the two. And then lastly, on the 1st of July, there's the Digital Council golf day that's taking place at River Club in Sandton. So that's the Digital Council golf day. You can just visit their website, which is Digital Council. Just Google Digital Council, and then you will find all the information regarding that golf day. I look forward to seeing everyone getting on the golf course. It's winter. We need to keep warm, and the best way to keep warm is by swinging those clubs. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you. We are because of you, and we love you. We appreciate all the efforts that you make to listen to us and to support us, and we are out here to support you. Like I said, if you want us to grace your golf day, reach out to us. Social media, we are there. And then make sure that every Sunday, 3 o'clock, you tune in as we go live from Encore Restaurant and Champagne Lounge at Mainland. If you are around the area, I'd love to meet you. Please come through, and then let's have a chat. Let's talk about the 19th hole, particularly to say there is a social life after all, after playing the 18 holes. So without me wasting much of your time, I have to say I'm signing out, and I will catch you on Sunday. Thank you.
The Magician.